My wealthy in-laws tried to buy custody of my children, so I made their illegal activities front-page news. It started 3 months after Derek died in the motorcycle accident. The Pemberton family, old money, political connections, the kind of people who own half the city council, decided I wasn't fit to raise their grandchildren. A waitress can't provide the opportunities we can, Victoria Pemberton announced during what I thought was a condolence visit. She sat in my tiny living room like it was contaminated, her Chanel suit a stark contrast to my thrift store furniture. The children belong with family who can properly care for them, added her husband, William. Private schools, trust funds, stability. 8-year-old Amelia pressed closer to me on the couch. 5-year-old Mason hadn't spoken since his father's funeral. I am their family, I said quietly. Victoria's laugh was ice cold. Dear, you worked at a diner. Derek was slumming when he married you. They offered me money first, $250,000 to start fresh somewhere. When I refused, they threatened legal action. We have resources you can't imagine, William warned. Judges who owe us favors. I knew they weren't bluffing. William owned 3 construction companies and sat on every charity board in town. Victoria's family had judges and politicians at their dinner table. I was nobody, just a widow with a high school diploma. But being nobody meant people ignored me, which meant I heard things. I started paying attention at the diner. Lawyers discussed cases over coffee, leaving files open on tables. City officials complained about deals over lunch, mentioning names and amounts. I took extra shifts at the country club where the Pembertons hosted their elaborate parties. Rich people talked freely around the help, as if we were furniture. For 2 months, I gathered information. William's construction company used undocumented workers, paying them half minimum wage. When one was injured, William had him deported before he could file a complaint. Victoria's charity skimmed donations. Only 30% reached actual causes. The rest funded their lifestyle. The goldmine came when I overheard William on the phone, arranging to bury environmental reports about contaminated soil at a school construction site. He was knowingly poisoning children for profit. I recorded everything on the old phone Derek had given me. I photographed documents left in their study during parties. I befriended their housekeeper, Carmen, who had her own stories about unpaid wages and threatened deportations. The custody hearing was scheduled for Friday. Thursday night, I delivered packages to 5 news outlets. The story broke Friday morning. Front page of every paper, lead story on every news station. Construction magnates' toxic legacy. How the Pemberton Empire poisoned children for profit. The photos were damning. William shaking hands with officials while holding envelopes of cash. Environmental reports with his signature, approving the toxic site. Bank records showing charity funds diverted to personal accounts. By noon, federal investigators had raided their offices. William was arrested at the courthouse, Victoria at their country club. The custody hearing was postponed indefinitely. Carmen called me that evening, crying with relief. They can't hurt us anymore, she said. 6 months later, William got 12 years for fraud and environmental crimes. Victoria received 8 years for embezzlement. Their assets were frozen, their fortune gone to legal fees and victim compensation. I still work at the diner, but now I'm studying accounting through night classes. Amelia started talking about becoming a journalist. Mason finally spoke again, to ask if the bad people were really gone. They're gone, I told him. Sometimes being nobody means everything.